Greetings gastronauts, this is KeefCooks, I'm Keef, and today I'm going to do something simple yet tasty, as always. I'm going to make stuffed peppers. Oh yeah! So versions of this pop up in cuisines all over the world, but this version that I'm doing is a little bit Italianish. I'm going to stuff it with a kind of ragu and rice mixture and top it with melted cheese, and I'm sure it'll be gorgeous. I really am. If you enjoy this video, give it a like, share, subscribe, etc. and let's get on with it. Stuffed peppers. So I think this recipe exists as a way to use up leftover rice, but I haven't got any, so I'm going to have to show you how to make some. Right, so I've got some basmati rice. I want a cupful. I don't normally work in cup measures, as you know. I like to know what things weigh, so I'm going to weigh that. There we go, 175 grams of basmati rice, and what you want to do is rinse it first of all. So you see how the water is cloudy. You want to change that water 4 or 5 times until it's clear. I won't show you that because it's a bit boring. Okay, that's pretty much clear. Now I'll drain this and pop it in a pan. Cover it with twice the volume of water. So that was 1 cup of rice. This is 2 cups of cold water. We'll pop that on the stove, bring it to the boil, turn it down to a simmer, put the lid on and let it cook for 10 minutes. Then we take it off the heat, but keep the lid on for another 10 minutes and then take the lid off and stir it with a fork to separate the grains. So let the rice cool down, and then you'll want about 150 grams of it and 200 grams of minced beef, a medium onion, some salt and pepper, and some passata or tomato puree or actual tomatoes if you want, and also some garlic if you want. Well, I had a comment on a recent video from Karen Daly. She was admiring my basil plant and would like to see some recipes that use it. The only thing I can think of that uses a lot of basil is pesto, and I don't really want to do that right now, but I am going to use a couple of basil leaves. So that'll have to do for the moment. Some basil. Okay, chop, chop, cook, cook. Actually not that much chopping, but you do want to peel and chop the onion. You know how this goes. I'll just chop the basil into little bits. Get a little pile of leaves, roll them up, cut them into ribbons, and then cut the ribbons in half. You end up with bits of basil. Now over to the stove and let's start cooking. Heat a couple of tablespoons of oil in a pan, then add the chopped onion and let that cook for about 5 minutes, and it's okay if it goes a bit brown. If you're using garlic, throw that in after the 5 minutes, give that a minute, and then add the meat. Keep stirring that till it's a bit browned all over, and then add your tomato passata or puree or actual tomatoes. And also I'm going to add a teaspoon of yeast extract, which is basically Marmite. Add the basil and just let all that cook gently for about 8 to 10 minutes. And then add some ground black pepper. You probably won't need to add salt because of the yeast extract or Marmite, which is pretty salty already. The meat mixture has cooled down somewhat, so I'll just stir in the rice and set that aside. Now we'll prep the peps. You can use any coloured peppers you like. I've got mostly red and 1 green, don't ask. The red ones are a bit sweet, the green is quite bitter. They need to be able to stand up on their own. This little one won't, so we need to cut a little bit off the bottom. And cut the tops off, and then cut through the ribs that attach the inner core to the shell and pull the core out. Okay, now I've got them all standing in this oven-proof casserole dish, so I'm going to stuff them. Press it right down, make sure you've got no air pockets. Okay, well, that worked out astoundingly accurately. Don't ask me how I did that, because I don't know. So now we've got our stuffed peppers. You want your oven heating to 180 degrees Celsius for a fan oven, convection oven or air fryer oven. And that's 200 Celsius for a conventional oven, and that is gas 6. So I'm just going to add a little bit of boiling water to the bottom of that. It's about a centimetre, about half an inch. And then if you like, you can put your lids back on and then just loosely cover it with foil and whack it in the oven for 40 minutes, and after that time hopefully the peppers will be nice and tender. Now I need to grate some cheese. I'm using cheddar, and the peppers have had their 40 minutes, so we'll get them out and see how they're doing. They don't actually look like they're done yet, so I'll put them back in, probably for another 20 minutes. Okay, now it's had an hour and I turned the temperature up to 200 degrees Celsius for a fan oven, convection oven, da-di-da. That would be 220 for a conventional one, and that would be gas 7. That's more like it, that looks cooked. Just bung a load of cheese on top of them and put that under a grill or broiler to get it melted and nice and bubbly. Just add a little bit of water in there because it's gone kind of dry and crunchy. Alrighty, taste test time. They look a little bit kind of lonely on the plate on their own, but you have actually got a complete meal there. You've got your protein, your carbs with the rice, and your veggies with the pepper and the other stuff. So, yeah. That is fabulous, really tasty. So there you go, get yourself some peppers and stuff them, that's really good. So thanks for watching and see you next time.